Hi, boys and girls. So, as we review the scientific method before you take a quiz, let's go over some cards or task cards together, and I'm going to read them to you, and then I want you to see how you're doing. So, at this point, you will be taking a quiz shortly. So, let's go over number 1. Investigations using the scientific method always begin with setting a purpose. What would this step be called? Would we call that analyzing, doing the experiment, researching, or making or forming a question? So, what does the scientific method start with? And the answer is D as in dog. It starts with forming a question. So if you got it right, awesome. If you got it wrong, use your finger to indicate that you missed it. Number 2, when you use your background knowledge and research and predict, what is going to happen? What is this called? So when you're using your knowledge, you do some research and you predict. What would we call that part of the scientific method? A, a question, B, doing the experiment, C, to research, or D, to make your hypothesis? And the answer is D as in dog. That's what you're doing to form your hypothesis. So if you got it right, awesome. If you got it wrong, put your finger up. Number 3, in what step of the scientific method are you when you look closely at your data? So when you're looking at your information very closely, are you making a conclusion? Are you doing the experiment? Is that what the word analysis means? Or are you forming a question? And the answer is C as in cat, analysis. Number 4, when you read about your topic and you try to find out more before you actually do your experiment, what step is this in the scientific method? Is it A, analysis, B, doing research, C, experiment, or D, forming a question? And the answer is B as in boy. That's when you are researching. If you got it right, awesome. Got it wrong, please put a finger up. Number 5, a scientific test completed to make a discovery, to check your hypothesis or demonstrate something is called what? So when you're actually doing the test to form a discovery, is that the experiment? Is that when you're researching? Is that your conclusion? Or do we call that analysis? And that is A, an experiment. That's when you are trying to see if your hypothesis was correct and actually make a discovery. Number 6, facts and information that you organize and analyze or use to make decisions is called what? So facts that you know and information that you organize and analyze or use to make decisions is called what? A, a prediction, B, data, C, a purpose, or D, hypothesis. Facts and information that you organize and analyze in order to make your decision is D, hypothesis. Your hypothesis. That's how you form your hypothesis. Number 7, the things that are changed in an experiment are called materials, sections, processes, or variables. So what you are changing is D as in dog, variables. And number 8, what do we call a series of steps that scientists use to find solutions or answers to their question? The scientific method, the scientific process, or C, experimenting, or lastly, D, science discovery. And it is A, the scientific method.